Welcome to the Jock Sports coverage of the Junior Golf Association of Arizona's 30th anniversary and 2013 awards presentation. I'm Joey Lawrence. Back in 1983, a few golf visionaries formed the JGAA in hopes that it would promote the game and its virtues to the young boys and girls of Arizona. Well, 30 years and hundreds of golf tournaments later, they have achieved their goals. Jocks congratulates both their retiring executive director, Tom Cunningham, for his 20 years of service, and as of January 2014, their incoming executive director, Scott McNevin. I hope you enjoy our presentation, and please support the JGAA.
My name is Tom Cunningham. I am the current executive director of the organization. I'm really pleased to have you here for our celebration of our 30th anniversary, as you can tell, along with our very, very special celebration for those award winners today. We are always very pleased to have this, and really appreciate the attendance tonight. It's going to be a little special evening. I think you're going to really enjoy it. But before we get started with anything, I'd like to bring up Mr. Zach Cox, our tournament director. I'd like for him to recognize those people that helped him with the contest and the winners of the contest. Zach?
Thank you, Tom. Yeah, just before we get started, I want to thank everybody for coming. Just want to recognize those that had fun with our little fun deal outside. First of all, Melanie and Sean, thank you so much for helping me. I was getting worried that I was going to have to do all my stuff, so thank you so much for coming. For the putting contest, both winners came down to a putt-off cross green. So if we can recognize Kaylee Nadler and Bryson Proctor, they can stand up right there. They both won I believe it was a ping putter, is that correct? Ping putter for their efforts.
My chances are hoping it's okay.
and then also we had a little chipping contest. Our winner for the boys' side was Mr. Colton Horn, hit it to 9 inches. And then for the girls, Hannah Pearson, I believe she's 4 years old. Where's Hannah? Hit it to 34 inches. Thanks everybody for playing.
Thank you, Zach. I hope you all had fun out there. As you know, in the past we've had this after the dinner. We picked up where we're at, what we're doing. Having it beforehand would be a lot easier on everybody, and I think it worked out very well. So I would like to get started right now and just welcoming everybody to here. It's just been a pleasure to put this together. I'd like to recognize some people real quick before we get too far into the program. And I'd like to start with the JGA staff. I have been very pleasureful, pleased, and all that to be involved with a lot of great people over time. And we've had them come back to work for us. We've had them be involved in what we're doing. But presently, I would like to introduce Ms. Sean Gronebel. Sean is over here in the corner. Sean is our administrative assistant. I'd also like to recognize, and I'm going to do it first, Kathy Nadler. An in-house joke, I always forget her for some reason, but I said I would not do it tonight. And I did. Brianna Espinoza, our communications director, marketing. Kudos to Brianna. All of the presentations you're seeing up here, the boards, the silent auction, all of that is a very talented lady that put all that together. If you haven't had a minute, please read the 30 for 30 back there. It's a 30-year synopsis of something that's been important for our organization, and they are all posted in June. And also I'd like to recognize a fellow that just works his tail off and helps, and he's already been up here, Mr. Zach Cox, our tournament director. Pretty much takes care of all the important people in the office. We do have a couple others that slide in every day and do a little bit of work. One of them is our assistant executive director, Mr. Scott McNevin. I would now like to get on to what is the most important part of this program, and that is the awards for the kids. I know we've kind of gone a little long. I hope you've enjoyed it. But I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Scott McNevin, our Assistant Executive Director, and Mr. Zachary Wright. Zachary Cox. I do that. Someday Zach Wright's going to come back to me and thank me for introducing him everywhere I go, whenever Zach is here. Zach, if you folks would just take over, we're going to hand out a few awards now.
I wish I was as good at golf as Zachary Wright. Jeez Louise. All right, my job here tonight is to hand out the hardware, so it's going to be the fun part of the ceremony. But in order to support in the award ceremony, I'm going to handle the hole-in-one awards and the Player of the Year awards. And then Scott McNevin will take over for the Most Improved Volunteer of the Year and Sportsmanship awards. So the first one, unfortunately, I believe Kirsten couldn't be here tonight, but we still want to recognize her. She had a hole-in-one at the Antigua Milt Coggins Junior Stroke Play over in Canto on hole number 11. So if we could just recognize. All right, and then our next individual, this young lady did something incredibly impressive. She not only had one hole-in-one on the year, she had two. Wow. I've never had a hole-in-one, so that's just mind-boggling. So if we could, the venues that they took place, the Mesa City Junior Championship in June, and the Chandler City Junior Championship in September. If we could get Ellie Portman to come on up. We tried to get them on one plaque, but all right, and then our next individual that had a hole-in-one. This was at the Phoenix City Junior Championship on July 3rd over at Cave Creek Golf Course. If we get a big round of applause for Jack Whistler from Scottsdale. All right, and then the next two individuals, these are our last two hole-in-ones we had on the year. These took place on the same day at the same golf course, so also just incredibly impressive. And then also another attachment to this, this is Noah Nuez actually has 22 hole-in-ones in his career. Is that correct? Yes. Can you confirm that? That is absolutely mind-boggling. All right, so first off, we can get Noah Nuez hole-in-one over at Augusta Ranch Golf Club. And then last but definitely not least, for the hole-in-ones, we have Nathaniel Anderson.
How far apart were they? An hour?
Yeah, maybe an hour and a half apart, so it was pretty cool. So thank you to all our hole-in-one award winners. All right, now we're going to get on to our Players of the Year. As all of you know, Player of the Year is determined. We have a points kind of system that determines it. All these players had excellent years. All of them had wins. So if we could, every single one of these individuals, give them a big round of applause. But the first thing I want to do is do the girls 10 and under division. This young lady won 2 events this season. She also had a second and a third place finish. She went on to win the Antigua Milt Coggins Junior Stroke Play and the Thunderbird Junior Classic. She finished second in the Ping Arizona Junior Masters and third in the Phoenix Metro Junior Championship. So please give a warm round of applause to the girl that always has a huge smile on her face, Abby Shute.
Abby.
All right, next up, we're going to get on to the boys 10 under division. Wow, what can you say about this young man? Very impressive individual. He's going to be quite the player. He already is quite the player, but just 5 years from now, who knows what comes. But anyway, so this young man went on to finish no worse than third in all the 12 events he played in this year. He went on to win 10 events total, including the New Year's Shootout, Phoenix Metro Junior Championship, the Desert Mashie Spring Championship, the Tucson City Junior Championship, the Antigua Milk Coggins Junior Stroke Play, the Callaway Junior World Qualifier, Phoenix City Junior Championship, Ping Junior Masters, Ping Junior Match Play, and the Scottsdale and Chandler City Junior Championship. So if we can have coming up Mr. Daniel Thompson. Good job, buddy. All right, and then next we'll move on to the girls 11 and 12-year-old division. This young lady went on to finish no worse than second in all the 11 events she played in this year. Wins on the year. Her wins include the New Year's Shootout, the Phoenix Metro Junior Championship, the Antigua Milk Coggins Junior Championship, the Phoenix City Junior Championship, the Ping Junior Match Play, and the Scottsdale and Chandler City Junior Championships. This girl is a joy to be around. She always makes my day better. This way, how cool she is. But we're gonna come up here, Ashley Manning. Thank you, Ashley. All right, next we will move on to the boys 11 and 12-year-old Player of the Year. This young man went on to have 4 wins on his resume this year. He had 11 top 3 finishes out of the 13 events he competed in. His wins include the Desert Mashie Spring Championship, the Callaway Junior World Qualifier, the Yuma City Championship, and the Ping Junior Match Play Championship. I call him Harry Potter because he's like a magician with the club and he looks like Harry Potter. So if we can have Daniel or Dominic Wade coming up. I guess Harry Potter is more of a wizard, not a magician. Next, we're going to move on to the girls 13 to 14 Player of the Year. Also, just like everybody on this list, a very, very impressive talent and person. This young lady went on to finish in the top 3 in all 14 events she played in this year. She had 9 total victories. Her victories include the Phoenix Metro Junior Championship, the Desert Mashie Spring Championship, the Yuma City Junior Championship, the Thunderbird Junior Classic, the Mesa City Junior Championship, Callaway Junior Qualifier, the Phoenix City Junior Championship, and the Scottsdale and Chandler City Junior Championship as well. And she also had 2 rounds in the 60s this year with a scoring average of 73.9 on the year, so very impressive. Please give a warm round of applause from the girl down under, Miss Emily Mihar. Congratulations, Emily. All right, next up, we got the boys 13 to 14 Player of the Year. Also, incredible talent. Look out for this kid. This young man played in 13 events this season, finished in the top 3 in 11 of those events. His impressive resume, includes 7 wins on the year at the Spring Stableford, the Tucson City Junior Championship, the Thunderbird Junior Classic, Callaway Junior World Qualifier, the Phoenix City Junior Championship, the Ping Junior Masters, and the Ping Junior Match Play. He also had 7 rounds in the 60s on the year with a scoring average of 70.8. This is actually his 6th consecutive Player of the Year title. Pretty sure he's the only Junior Golf Association member to ever do that, so very impressive. So if we can get a big warm round of applause to JJ Gresco. Right on, JJ. All right, now we're on to our girls 15 to 18 Division Player of the Year. This young lady finished in the top 5 in 7 of the 8 events she participated in this year. She had 3 victories at the Phoenix City Junior Championship, the Ping Junior Masters, and the Scottsdale City Junior Championship. She had a scoring average of 78.9 on the year, just really consistent throughout the whole year. So if everybody can join me and give it a big round of applause to the girls 15-18 Division Player of the Year, Sarah Everton. All right, we'll move right on to our boys 15 to 18 Player of the Year. This young man posted a top 2 finish in 7 of the 9 events he competed in this year. For the season, he had a scoring average of 72, which included 3 rounds in the 60s. He was victorious 5 times, including the Thunderbird Junior Classic, the Mesa City Junior Championship, the Ping Junior Masters, the Scottsdale City Junior Championship, and the Chandler City Junior Championship. So if we can please join me in giving a big round of applause to Ben Hardy. Thanks, Ben. All right, moving right along to our girls' championship division Player of the Year. This young lady played in 14 events on the year, finished in the top 10 13 times. 14 events in a year, that's a lot. She's quite a warrior, I guess. She had 2 wins on the year. They include the Yuma City Junior Championship and the Arizona Match Play. She had a scoring average of 76.7 with a low round of 1 under par 72 coming at the Junior World Championship qualifier. Her consistent player of the year, obviously, with 14 events, was pivotal to her winning. So if everybody can please join me in welcoming Elisa Snyder. Congratulations. All right, and then last but definitely not least, for Player of the Year, we have our boys championship division. All right, this young man finished in the top 10 in all 8 of the events he played in. He had 2 wins, starting with the Antigua Milk Coggins Junior Stroke Play, where he displayed some very impressive golf. He won with rounds of 63, 65, and 68 for a 14 under par total to win by 10 shots. In the championship division, that's unheard of, to win by that much. His other win came at the Ping Junior Match Play Championship. He went on to have 7 rounds in the 60s with a scoring average of 69.7 on the year. So if everybody can please join me in welcoming Hayden Webb. All right, so once again, just congratulations to all the players of the year. If we can just get one more huge round of applause for them. Pass it over to Scott McMegan. He's going to hand out the sportsmanship award.
Thanks, Zach. Also, I want to mention we do have, for the Player of the Year winners, we do have a perpetual trophy. It's called the Thomas Cunningham Trophy in the back, and every year we update it with the Player of the Year award winners. This trophy was generously donated by the Gresco family, and was displayed in our lobby at our JJ office. It's a real neat trophy, so if you get a chance, come. We have it updated for this year. Come go to the back of the room, check it out with all the names of our past alumni and current winners. So, next up we have the Sportsmanship Award winners, and I think the neatest aspect of this award is it's a surprise to the winners of the sportsmanship for each division. So they don't know they're getting the award. Staff gets together and we talk and try to figure out who displayed the best sportsmanship throughout the year. This is something that we preach every day with the JGA, and throughout the summer we do rules clinics and etiquette clinics. We talk about the appropriate way to handle yourself on the golf course, and as staff it's really hard to come up with the award winner in each of these divisions, but these boys and girls really displayed great sportsmanship on the golf course afterwards. They were polite to their fellow competitors and staff, and they really capture the spirit of golf and makes it fun for the fellow golfers to be out there and for staff as well. So first we'll start with the girls 10 under. We have the girls 10 under winner is Sydney Siegel. Sydney, you want to come up? The boys 10 under sportsmanship winner is Noah Nuez. For the girls 11-12 winner, we have Lisa Lonergan. Always in good spirits at the golf course. Boys 11-12 winner always polite, always remember when he was out there. We had Alexander Yu. Girls 13-14 winner, always in good spirits before and after, always nice to the staff and fellow competitors. I never saw her in a bad mood ever. Ellie Portman. Boys 13-14 winner. Seems like he's grown a foot in the last year. Always great kid. We have Andrew Proctor. Girls 15-18, she has a twin sister. It's hard sometimes for me to tell them apart. Both are very nice, but we have Megan Olin. Boys 15-18, always in good spirits, very great gentleman on the golf course. His parents were always nice coming up, always willing to help. We have Jeff Kelly. Girls Championship winners, played our program for a long time. Katie Dunaway. And the Boys Championship winner, who I don't think is here, we have Andrew McMillan. So big round of applause for Andrew. Now on the most improved players. This is always great because you see these juniors event after event, and then year after year, and how great their games improve. And you know they put a lot of time and effort in our events and on their own on the driving range, probably with instructors. So first on the girls' side, this individual, she had a stroke improvement of over 13 strokes from a 96 to 83. She posted 6 top 5 finishes this year with 2 top 4 in the finishes in Phoenix City and the Scottsdale City. She also posted 2 rounds in the 70s this year with a low round of 71 at the Tucson City Junior. Please, big round of applause for our girls' most improved player, Megan Olin. On the boys' side, we have a 9-stroke improvement, and I remember him starting out in the Boys Golf Club, which is our farm system really for our JJ competition program. I think it's best when you see these juniors improve year after year, move from the Boys Club to JJ competition, and you know that program does its part with feeding the juniors up to the competition tournaments. Posted 2 top finishes this year at the Chandler City Championship and the JJ Fall Classic. His scoring average improved from 88 to 79. Posted 7 rounds in the 70s with a low of 72 in the Antigua Mill Coggins. Please give a big round of applause for boys most improved to Race Carter. Next up we have our JJ Volunteer of the Year Award. We can't do what we do without all our volunteers, from our board of directors to our tournament volunteers, so we really appreciate what everybody does out there. It's named after Pat Martin, who was a mainstay for many years with the JGA, securing volunteers, helping in the office and on site. Any task that we needed, Pat was there to help us. This individual, he was a rookie volunteer. We're always looking for new volunteers. This year was his first year with us. He's originally from the state of Washington. When we get volunteers, we usually let them ride around some rules officials, and we'll gauge them if they enjoy the rules or not. And First day we let him ride around with Robin Farron, one of our rules experts. And after a day with Robin, he was hooked on the rules, and after that I knew we had a great volunteer. Because the rules are, it's an interesting, you really have to enjoy them, but when you have somebody who really enjoys learning about them, reading the decisions book, deciphering the rules, you got a special individual. He's semi-retired right now. We hope he stays semi-retired and continues to help us. His background is working for Starwood Hotels and Resorts in and he's a financial analyst and reporting and accounting. And he moved to Phoenix in 1998. He's always a joy to be around. It seems like every tournament he comes to, and he probably put in the most days of any of our volunteers. He's always in good spirits, asks whatever we need to help He's there. So let's give a big round of applause for our 2013 Volunteer of the Year award to Tim Holscher.
Thank you.